the most important aspect of your work is documentation. Therefore, before you start doing anything, you've got to clock in. When you arrive at your work location, you must first log in to EasyPro. This is the first thing you should do because important information is always waiting for you on this system. You have a username and a password assigned to you and not given to anyone else. If anyone ever asks you for this information, report that immediately. This is a serious offense because no one should ever share their login information under any circumstances. You wouldn't give your social security number to anyone or loan out your fingerprint, right? Anyone who ever asks you to do this is attempting to cheat or circumvent the system. So always log in with your own personal information. After you log in, you will be at the home screen with tabs at the top to navigate to your various destinations. At the very bottom right, you will see Clock In. You will also see Department immediately to the left. If you have not selected the department you are working for, don't bother to try to clock in because it will not let you until you identify where you are working. Just simply click on the menu button and scroll through your options until you see your department. Now select Clock In. Your work time is now being recorded until you clock out. Even if you log out and close this page, you are still clocked in until you come back to this page and press the Clock Out tab. Now you are ready to do the next most important element of your job. Check your emails. It only takes a second, and it's not a problem unless you ignore them for several days and many unread messages collect. Simply click on Agency Email, not the Internet email, as that would be your external emails you could set up in the system. Once in the account, you can read each email. You can click on each column to receive more information. If you click on the first column, From, you can read the actual message. When you click on the second column, you can see who received the email. When you click on the Subject column, you can see the actual issue being addressed. In this example, it is a behavior report that was completed, and the system is making me aware of it. I can now see the actual behavior report without having to navigate to that particular section of the database. Once you have finished reading the form, you can close it and you are taken immediately back to your inbox. You can scroll through the emails by using the tab to the right. Once you have read the email, you can easily delete the file. Simply highlight the entire email by clicking on the tab to the far left. That should highlight the entire email row. Then simply hit the delete button or the delete button on your keyboard. If you want to delete more than one email at a time, just highlight the first email as I just described, and then scroll down to the last email you want to delete and hold your Shift key while highlighting that email. Now all emails will be highlighted. Now just hit the delete button on your keyboard. If you want to delete all emails, follow the same steps. Now Kyle's subordinate, Roger, clocks in for the day. Now Roger needs to take a day off, so he clicks on Human Resources and then Leave Requests. He clicks the red key to add record and then simply completes the leave form. He needs to take a vacation day. He realizes someone will have to cover his shift, so he clicks on the name of the person he talked to about covering that shift. He adds a quick note so his supervisor knows why he is requesting to take the day off. He then identifies the date and time the leave begins and the date and time the leave ends. He now submits the request and then prints the request for his records. He also checks his email again and is alerted that he has submitted a time off request to his supervisor. The next time his supervisor clocks in, and notice he clocks in under administration, he is immediately notified that he also has training that is coming due. He acknowledges this training announcement, which is now documented that he has been informed that the training is due. And then he checks his email. This is the very next action you should always take. He is immediately notified of his subordinate's request for leave. It tells him all of the pertinent information about the leave request. In fact, it even tells him who is covering for the shift that will be vacated because of this leave. In order to approve the leave request, he simply clicks on the subject line and the form comes up. From here, he can see the entire form, and then to approve the request, he clicks in the box marked Approved. That's it. The process is completed and properly documented. So do the right thing. Clock in and clock out. Read your emails at least once a day, and you can't help but see your alerts and acknowledge them. And of course, let people know when you need to take off by requesting leave through the system. Just use the system. It will keep up with everything for you so you can concentrate on what matters most.